I remember that night vividly. The night when the darkness swallowed everything, including my sanity. It was a moonless night and my headlights were the only beacons against the pitch-black void ahead. My name is Alex, and I had the misfortune of embarking on a treacherous drive through a desolate countryside road, unaware of the horrors that awaited me. I was returning home after a long, exhausting day at work. The clock had struck midnight, and I was the lone traveler on a narrow road flanked by dense woods. The wind howled through the trees, whispering eerie tales that sent shivers down my spine. An inexplicable feeling of dread crept up my neck as I navigated the dark abyss. My car radio crackled with static, unable to catch any signal. I tried to shake off the unease and focused on the road ahead. But then, a shadowy figure appeared in my rearview mirror, reflecting back in the dim glow of my brake lights. I swiveled my head to look behind, but there was nothing. My heartbeat quickened, and I brushed it off as a trick of my imagination. As I continued driving, the road seemed endless, and the unsettling feeling only grew stronger. The headlights played tricks on my mind, casting eerie shadows across the trees that seemed to follow me. I thought I saw fleeting glimpses of figures darting into the woods, but every time I turned to look, they were gone. Suddenly, my car sputtered and the engine died. Panic surged through me as I tried to restart the vehicle, but it remained lifeless. I was stranded in the heart of the darkness, surrounded by the night's unseen terrors. The only source of light was the pale glow of the moon, which offered little comfort. I reluctantly decided to leave my car and seek help on foot. My phone had no signal, and I had no choice but to trust the path ahead. Armed with only a small flashlight, I ventured into the woods, hoping to find a nearby residence or a gas station. The forest was alive with eerie sounds, a symphony of rustling leaves and haunting whispers. My flashlight flickered with each step, making me feel as though someone, or something, was playing tricks on me. The air grew colder, and the woods seemed to close in around me, suffocating me with their darkness. I stumbled upon an old abandoned cabin, its rotting wood and shattered windows hinting at a grim history. Desperation forced me to enter as I thought I might find something useful inside. The interior was shrouded in darkness, and I could barely see a few feet in front of me. But as my eyes adjusted, I made out unsettling shapes on the walls, distorted, grotesque figures that seemed to watch my every move. Fear gnawed at my soul, and I fled the cabin, feeling the presence of malevolent eyes following me. With a trembling hand, I clutched my flashlight tighter, its beam dancing erratically over the sinister surroundings. I tried to retrace my steps to the road, but the woods seemed to have shifted. The familiar path had vanished, and I was lost in a labyrinth of nightmarish trees. Panic seized me, and I ran in every direction, hopelessly trying to find my way back. Time lost its meaning in that dark maze, and the night stretched on indefinitely. Exhaustion and terror weighed heavily on me, and I collapsed on the forest floor. As I lay there, I began to hear voices, whispers of my deepest fears and regrets, taunting me relentlessly. With my sanity teetering on the edge, I mustered the strength to get up and continue my quest for an escape. Just as I was about to give in to despair, a faint glimmer of light appeared through the trees. I stumbled toward it, driven by a desperate need to survive. The light led me to a small clearing where an ancient stone altar stood in the moonlit glow. Surrounding it were bizarre symbols and faded writings in a long-forgotten language. Despite the inexplicable dread that consumed me, I felt strangely drawn to the altar, as if it held the key to my salvation. But before I could approach, a voice echoed through the woods, cold and sinister. "Leave this cursed place, mortal, or suffer the consequences." I hesitated for a moment, torn between curiosity and terror, but the warning was enough to snap me back to reality. I turned and ran as fast as my trembling legs could carry me, leaving the eerie clearing and the malevolent presence behind. After what felt like an eternity, I emerged from the woods to find the road, my car, and the first light of dawn. I drove away, vowing never to return to that nightmarish realm. To this day, I can't explain what happened that night. Was it all a hallucination, a product of fatigue and fear? Or did I stumble upon something beyond the boundaries of our reality, something that should remain hidden in the depths of the midnight void? I may never know the truth, but the memories of that horrifying drive at night will haunt me for the rest of my days.